Okay, welcome back. In the last tutorial, I showed you how to implement the bubble sort algorithm. Now, that bubble sort algorithm worked well, but still we are having issues with this particular algorithm. Let me explain that. Now, the issue is with the outer for loop. Okay, so if you're having n numbers of elements in the array, the outer for loop is always going to iterate n minus 1 times, even if the early sorting takes place. Okay, so you are having 100 numbers there in the array, and the numbers are such that after iterating say 5 times in the outer for loop and doing some of the swappings, the array gets sorted. So in that case, even in that case, the outer for loop is going to iterate for 99 times, but the array sorting has been done much earlier. So the outer for loop is not exiting if the array gets sorted in earlier time. Let me give you another example. Say there are 100 elements and all the elements are sorted at the very beginning. Okay, so all the elements are given from the input in such a way that all the elements are sorted. Now even in that situation, you see that the outer for loop is always going to iterate 99 times. Even this if condition is going to be false all the time, but it's actually overdoing. We need to terminate the outer for loop as soon as the array gets sorted. And that we can do by taking a flag. Now when the array is sorted, you see that there is no swapping going to happen. If the array is sorted at any iteration of the outer loop, then in this inner loop, this if is going to fail on each comparison, right? You are going to compare the jth element to the j plus 1th element. The array is sorted, so always this is going to fail. So no swapping is going to take place at all within the inner for loop if the array is sorted. So we are going to take this for developing the logic. We are going to consider this, that there will be no swapping at all. So I'm going to take a flag and we are going to use that flag in order to check whether the array is sorted or not. So I'll name it as sorted, and initially, since the array is not sorted, I'll initialize that with 0. Now we are going to modify the termination condition of the outer for loop. The outer for loop is going to iterate as long as I is less than size minus 1 and the array is not sorted. Now at the beginning you can see that the sorted is 0, so not sorted is 1. So for the first time it's going to come inside, and then we are going to assign 1 to the sorted flag, and we are going to consider that the array is sorted before going inside of the inner for loop. Now inside of the inner for loop, we are going to compare the jth element with the j plus 1th element. So for all occasion in the inner for loop, so for all iteration in the inner for loop, if this if fails, there will be no swapping at all. But if there is a swapping, then the array is not yet sorted. So we are going to turn off the sorted flag. We are going to assign 0 to the sorted flag as the array is not sorted yet. So now if the swapping happens, then here not 0 will be 1. Again, on the next iteration of the outer for loop, it's going to come inside of the outer for loop. But if the array is sorted, then the sorted flag will be 1. It will not come inside here, so the sorted flag will remain 1 throughout the inner loop iterations. So when it gets back to the outer loop increasing I, then this is going to be false, even though I is less than size minus 1, but this is going to be false. So the outer loop is going to terminate. That's how we can improve the bubble sort. Let me show you that this is still working good. Okay, I'll just run this once more. Okay, I'll give sizes 5, 90, 86, 101, minus 10, minus 20, and here it is. You can see the output there. It's still doing the sorting well. But in order to count the number of swappings, you can just take this as an assignment. You just declare a count variable here and initialize that with 0 and increase the count when a swapping takes place. So in that way you'll be able to find out the number of swappings. Okay, so do that without using the sorted flag, and using the sorted flag you'll find the difference. Thank you for watching this.